back in Altrincham today because Amy has told us to come to Hive Stores. Now, Hive Stores is a cafe, it's a deli, there's a store out the back selling premium homeware, and by all accounts, these guys do one of the best bacon sandwiches in the whole of Greater Manchester. But Amy says it's the ketchup that's very special, and this is the first time I've been anywhere based solely on condiments. Jackie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. This is lovely, isn't it?
It's fabulous.
What a back bar as well. It's so beautiful.
Mocktails and cocktails later on at night, all the cakes.
Let's have a look at these cakes.
Freshly baked pastries in the morning, and then we've got our shops with the double doors at the back.
Now this hasn't always been a cafe, has it? This was a few different things.
In my day, when I was younger and I lived around here, it was a pine shop and an antique shop. And then the Gareth and Steve made the magic and produced this about 4 months ago. We've been open there.
Well, the decor is absolutely incredible. Where are they, by the way? Gaz is around today somewhere.
It's somewhere in the back, somewhere.
Hiding.
Hiding, usually is.
Gaz! Gaz! Gaz!
Hello, lovely to meet you.
Owner?
I'm the owner as well as my partner Steven as well.
And you guys designed all this? You built pretty much all of it?
Steven did, I'd say, about 90% of it, so I can't take full credit.
No, no, he's not here.
Okay, everything was me.
Exactly.
It was inspired by a bar in New York, and that's really heavily inspired the design of it.
And what about all the produce that you're selling in here then? Because there's a little bit of everything, isn't there?
There is, it's a good old mix. So some a bit more unusual, like Angiulia from southern Italy, and then we have things that are a little bit closer to home. For example, we have our locally roasted coffee beans. So yeah, we've been cartoonised on our coffee here.
That means you've made it.
Exactly,
you've made it. This is my idea of heaven.
Same.
Just coming into a place like this and just browsing.
Yeah.
And spending a bit of money at the end.
Of course, yeah.
Of course, of course. We're pointing this out as well. Sausages,
yes,
just for dogs.
Just for dogs.
So dog friendly, I can bring my dog in?
Massively dog friendly, yeah.
I think my dog's going to like it.
Good.
Yeah. Should we go through?
Yep, let's come through after you.
Here we are.
Yes, a smorgasbord of the Hive.
Where do we start, Gaz?
Well, since we've mentioned it so much, I think we need to get the bacon sandwich.
The famous bacon sandwich.
Infamous. So this is made with ciabatta from our local bakery from Lovely Artisan. Delicious bread. And then it's sweet cured bacon. And you've got a little pot there of the Keswick Ketchup, which is made in small batches.
I could just eat the sauce.
Yeah, it's almost like a cross between a salsa dip and a ketchup, isn't it? It's really good.
That's absolutely spot on. Is this what it used to be?
Yeah, so this is a bit of a timeline as to what the building used to be. So starting off from the 1920s, all the way through to the 1950s, it was a greengrocer's and a butcher's. And then the paintbrush symbolises what it used to be recently, which was a DIY shop.
Talking of a nod to the past, how did you guys start up?
We started off, believe it or not, at a 6-foot table in Altrincham Market. So we did nothing but antiques and vintage pieces.
Nothing to do with food or drink?
Nothing. This is a completely different ballgame for us.
I think you can tell because there's kind of bric-a-brac on the walls and, I mean, look at that light shade.
Bric-a-brac, I think you mean fine antiquities.
I'll tell you what I meant. What I meant was fine antiquities.
That's the one, there you go. This is the main charcuterie board. So this is a mix of everything that I like. Posh picky tea. A picky tea. Then we have obviously grapes, crunchy spicy corn, some mild cheddar, and then the meats we've selected specifically chorizo. This is called copper ham, which is the neck of the pork. Italian style salamis as well.
And charcuterie is just a good way to eat, isn't it? It's just nice and relaxed. Sharing with friends.
For those people that aren't quite keen on, let's say, fruit and vegetables, you can go all out and have our meat feast, which is a celebration of all those delicious meats and richness.
Is just a big slab of meat in it.
Yes.
A slab of meat, please, sir.
If you're into your meat, this is is for you.
Oh wow, that pastrami is incredible.
Lovely, and got a nice little kick with the black pepper as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So through here, through the double doors.
Empty plates there, that's what I like to see, guys.
So out here, we've got an outdoor seating space.
This is nice.
So when the sun is shining. You can sit out here and enjoy coffee or a cocktail in the sunshine. You can see this is what we used to do. So we left Altrincham Market in 2020, just as lockdown basically started. And then towards the very end of the lockdown, we bought ourselves a coffee van. From there, we taught ourselves how to do baristering and then cocktail making, food making, all sorts. So yeah.
To learn how to make cocktails isn't a bad chore.
It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. One of those, yeah.
Sounds good to me, man. Should we go and have a look in the store?
Of course, yeah. After you, you go right ahead.
Thank you very much. Can I invite someone over?
Please,
so
come in.
Today is Jordan's first day with Manchester Finders. Jordan, just come over for a second. Have a seat. Just
Happy first day.
for a minute. So this is your first day. You're American.
I am.
And that's okay.
I'm sorry.
Have you ever had a pork scratchum?
No.
Ever?
No.
This is your lucky day. Crispy fried pig skin. How does that sound?
You're not selling it.
Crispy fried pork skin. It's great. Have a little try. There's
No
a sip of a beer there if you like.
Interesting.
Oh, that means you ate it.
It has a good crunch.
She hates it. She hates it. Okay, thank you, Jordan. Thank you. Do you know what I've had my eye on?
Go on.
Well, that pork pie.
That is my, you can see I get this figure from eating quinoa salads. The pork pie is my lunch of choice. That's one of my favourites.
Look at this. Can
So
you
yeah,
see that?
this is a handmade pork pie, and it's hot water crust pastry.
Now, I'm going to attempt to cut into this pork pie and make my cutting as aesthetic as possible, but I'm always in trouble with these guys because I just make a mess.
You need to do that M&S voice. This is not just
You do it. I tell you what, I'll cut into it. You do the voice.
Okay. This is not just any pie. This is a handmade hot water crust pork pie. So bad. M&S, eat your heart out. So up here, this is kind of an extension of our Altrincham Market stall.
I love it.
So this was basically what we had for about 4 years after Altrincham Market. So you can see it's a good old mix of gifts, antiques, cards.
Do you know what I think about this? That's what I think about this.
So some of my favourite pieces are, believe it or not, something like the leather work, because we've actually met the makers in these tiny little workshops in Morocco. It's a real kind of pleasure and a joy, if I'm honest, to go and see these makers in action and making these things for us. This is made by, believe it or not, a teenage lad. We've known his mum since we worked on Altrincham Market, and he now makes hooks and fashion things out of metal pieces like key rings as well. So
And great that you're supporting local businesses as well and young lads
Absolutely.
starting out. Don't take this the wrong way, but when we make this film, I'm not going to let my wife see it because this will cost me a fortune.
Good.
You'll never get rid of her. I've been trying for years.
wow, so this is the old vintage show that we're on about.
Oh, can I make it
You can make it chime. If you just quick and hard slam that button down, it'll make a little ding.
quick and hard?
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
I genuinely enjoyed that.
It's very good, isn't it? It's a good chime.
I was talking to Jackie earlier.
Yes.
When I first saw her. She's lovely, isn't she?
She's gorgeous, yeah.
And she grew up around this area too.
She lives 100 steps away from the yard. So
100 steps?
100 steps.
She can never call in sick then, can
She
she?
can never be late. There's no excuse. And yeah, she grew up around here, so she's seen the building change over years. Most recently, it was used as storage, so it's completely closed off from the public.
Well, I bet the local residents love you then, because there's nothing worse than seeing a beautiful building just sat doing nothing.
Doing nothing,
So
exactly.
you brought it back to life.
This place was built with the help of a crowdfunder. So without this crowdfunder help that we had from the local residents and our customers, it would not exist. Can't go without that mention and saying a massive thank you to them. It means a massive amount.
Good on you, Gaz. Well, got myself a bottle of the ketchup to take home, and Amy, thank you so much for your suggestion. You were absolutely right. This place really is incredible. And if you've got somewhere that you think's incredible, leave a little message below. But do yourself a favour, get down here as soon as you can, because you do not want to be playing ketchup. Ketchup. I had to do a shit joke in front of loads of people.